Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. I have coffee. I don't know what the fuck's in, but I'll find them in a minute. I spiraled left.
I hope you've been protected in peace. Mental health is real important right now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the time we live in the era. There's been a lot of strange shit going on.
Yes, sir.
But I feel like it has something to do with your purpose.
Yep.
Because if you ask me, and it's just my opinion, things are tilted like too far out of balance, too far into darkness.
Yep.
I mean, just take a look at shit, them Epstein files. That's all I've been seeing people talk about. Everybody truly like distracted by this shit, I guess. But I feel like you meant to be balanced. And I said something the other day that I really been thinking about. Like if you was to do what they do.
I would never do that.
Be like them.
I would never do that.
They wouldn't be here.
I got morals and values.
And block out all the background noise too.
My morals and values, we have to remove them.
But it's like your darkness is way darker than these wizards, these witches, warlocks.
What if you could make a song using only your voice?
What if I could put my nuts on your chin? Yeah, that part. Commercial in my ass. Sorry.
These wizards, these witches, warlocks, people that like to play with black magic, whatever you want to call it, it's like, yo, magic. And don't take me saying it the wrong way, because magic ain't nothing but energy. But it's like you go far beyond. Your darkness is way darker. But your light is like, it's truly a blessing to the people like that you love. Not only is your love protection, but it's like you give people hope. You are people's wish fulfillment. You truly like the best of both worlds. Polarities in the flesh, yin and yang. Light and dark, truly made in the image of the Creator. In the image of everything. But I feel like you're very skilled on a psychological level. Like you're really a mind job. And this is why you terrify a lot of cult leaders. And I also feel like you convert a lot of cult members. Like make them turn on each other. Or it's like you show these members that the leaders, they're not so scared, they're not so tough, not so powerful. And I feel like you cause a lot of conflict.
Why do you think I removed myself from the overall situation and putting Flatline in 2002? I knew this was coming.
But I feel like you meant to be the change this world need. Because the skills are really out of balance. Look at what all the leaders choose to indulge in, participate in. Some sick ass shit.
Thanks.
But if you ask me, it's a trap. Even them releasing them files, because shit, look who all in the files. a lot of people in positions of power, why would they get at to the people without it being some hidden agenda? Because they want people, and it's just my opinion. You ain't gotta listen to a fucking thing I say. But I feel like they want people in the uproar, things to get chaotic, so they can issue something like martial law.
It's to distract people, and so, yeah, exactly. They get like when people aren't paying attention.
Because the government always up to
it's easier
something.
to manipulate them.
Everything's a fucking illusion.
Government, man, it's hard.
Like I heard Candace Owens, I don't know if y'all know who that is. She's like a podcast journalist, I guess. But I heard her say that, well, when I say speaking of the war in Iran, it was really about shit. They came across the tomb of Gilgamesh, one of them Anunnakis. And they talking about they going over there to get weapons of mass destruction, but the whole time they was trying to get Gilgamesh's remains to use it for some type of sorcery shit, black magic, witchcraft. All that shit they using to keep people like enslaved mentally, trapped in loops of suffering. Because if you trapped in an illusion, you suffer. You don't know the truth. You can't heal without the truth, honestly. And people waking up to shit, we've been living a fucking lie.
Yeah.
We've been living a lie. And religion is out the window. That shit been out the window for me.
Right.
There's too many contradictions in all this shit.
Nope.
And it's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same. And if you still going off that Bible, you feel me then.
Yep.
It's time for you to expand your mind.
Yep.
Dig deeper into shit because it go beyond that.
If you read the Bible and you know anything about Jesus, right? Jesus came here, right, to do away with organized religion and to show people that God and the Holy Spirit was alive inside of you, not inside of some church building. But that took the control away from the church. So what the church did, what the devil did, I swear the church is controlled by the devil, right? The church twisted what Jesus said around and ended up keeping people like locked into it. It's good church is good for fellowshipping and for like socializing with other like-minded people, right? I like that. Like that much is true, but people make it more than that. Like the powers that be, because that's like just human nature, bro. This is how people are. We always want to control something or like manipulate something or like run some shit. We all think we know better than another motherfucker. It's just human nature. You can't really be mad at people for it. But yeah, fuck religion. You gotta have spirituality. You need to focus on your spiritual growth, your spiritual development. Just church is just for fellowshipping, That's my opinion, but.
And they got all the hidden knowledge, keeping it to themselves, because truly, whoever controlled the knowledge,
They don't know.
They got all the power.
They don't fucking know any more than that guy.
But I feel like you meant to change all that. Not only that, you truly meant to show people like the truth. And I don't know how far your imagination goes. But if you resonate with me, I'm pretty sure it goes. You think about shit.
Right. Here's the deal. The Bible is true, right? It's a representation. There really was a God, Jehovah, who is, a God, by our standards. But I'm sure on his level, in his reality, he wasn't necessarily a God. He was just another being, that was with other beings that were like him, right? And he said, hey, let's take these meat puppets, because we were slaves, we were mindless, soulless automatons. We were like AI. We were. We had no drive, we had no free will, we had no free thought, we had none of that. But they had us building fucking pyramids in the fucking deserts, basically because they had starships and they didn't have anything else to do, so they were like, fuck it. And that's what they did with us. I mean, and God Jehovah came along and he said, hey, let's go ahead and slam this energy source that I made into this motherfucking meat puppet and give it free will, give it like a consciousness, give it existence. And they were like, sure, shit, fuck it, why not? He's like, let's make him in our image. Let's make him like us, but better. Because here's the thing. And this is why we fight spiritual battles with powers and principalities in other fucking dimensions, right? We have a soul. That energy source that he made is eternal. Energy doesn't disappear. Energy doesn't just fade away. It changes shape, it changes form, but it does not just disappear. Okay? So he slams the fucking soul inside of these fucking meat puppets, gives us free will, doesn't tell us shit. Doesn't tell us fucking shit. Throws us in the fucking garden. Basically, we're like in a petri dish, people being people. Even though we hadn't had knowledge yet, we still had free will. We're still going to do what we want to do, and we're still curious, This is how people are. We're curious by nature. You don't know what something is, you want to find out what it is. So he tells you not to do something. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to do it. Now, this is God's first, this is Jehovah's fucking first test run of people, too. Adam and Eve was a science project. They got way out of hand. Because watch this. In the garden, Adam and Eve, right, told them not to eat from the tree. What's the first thing people do? They go, thing that they're told not to do. These motherfuckers go eat some apples or whatever the fuck because the devil or a snake or whoever told them to. Angels and demons do not have our best interest at heart. We basically assert their place in the hierarchy. Like, look, God made angels so they can worship God and be like, his like, personal choir, cheerleaders kind of. Angels don't think for themselves. Demons don't think for themselves. They're like computer programs. They have a construct and a box that they operate inside of. Outside of that box, they cannot operate. Okay? So God throws a soul inside of us, right? We fucking don't listen to him. We eat the fucking apple. He's like, all right, look, science project over. Boom. He can't destroy us because he feels bad. He's a good dad. He's a dad, right? He's still our dad at this point, He's like, fuck it. I'm going to throw you down here on the rock. Bam, shoots us down here. He's like, let's see what you guys can do on your own, right? And he's still like, be active in our, creation in our world, right? People develop a few 100,000 years and God's like, hey, he tells the other ones, he's like, hey, look, they got their shit together this time. It's not going to be like in the garden. Let's go down there and see what they got popping. They've been down there for a while. So God and the other angels come down here to see what we got going on, right? Because they want to see, fuck, he made us. Let's see what he made. Fuck it. What's the first thing we do? Corrupt the fucking shit out of them. That's what people do. We're a virus. We're an infection. We spread sickness across the galaxy, across our planet, across each other's lives. It's what people do. We bring our bullshit to your front door. Maybe not intentionally. It could be accidentally, but we bring our bullshit with us wherever we go. So the angels get down here, and God has to kick half of them motherfuckers out. He's like, well, humanity fucking brainwashed these guys, and they were built to do what God said, right? He made these things to do what he said. They can't operate outside of what he says. They spend a little bit of time with us, and the next thing you know, they're way outside the box now. They are unhinged all the way. God's like, fuck this, boots them out, sends them to hell. He's like, damn, maybe it was a bad idea to give these motherfuckers a soul and existence and life. So he floods this fucking rock to get rid of us. Washed the whole fucking planet. But he's a good dad at that point still. He's like, damn, man, I can't kill them all. So he saves Noah, and, that's it. He's little Noah's in the family. Washes the whole fucking rock. He's like, man, they can't fucking breathe. He's all, there's only Noah, and he's an old man. He's like, fuck it. Well, here's the deal. We have souls. We're immortal. We're eternal. All those people that he killed when he flooded this rock, we didn't die. I mean, our bodies, our physical bodies died. Our spirits and our souls are still alive. Yeah. So it did no good. We just came back a little bit more polluted than when we left. Because, see, some of us remember little bits and pieces of what was before, so we know that we have certain abilities and powers, like over this whole plane of existence here, and our body when we come back from the other side of wherever it is to this reality, right? When we come back into the physical material world, right? Everything that our spirit knows, it goes out the window. We forget it. It's gone, right? So people come back a little bit more polluted, a little bit more corrupt, a little bit worse than we were before. So he scrubbed the whole project. He's like, look, 144,000 souls, that's all there are. Everything else is a hollow NPC, an empty carcass. Not everybody in the world today has a soul. There's so many hollow, empty people out there. And that's just the way the world is. I mean, but we're way past where we think we are right now. See, this planet is not the only planet. People, we've never managed, no matter what world we live on, right? We've never managed to leave the earth, our rock, because this is not the only reality, right? People and technology developed long centuries ago, but this is a sandbox reality that we live in, a sandbox world, right? That we live in, because people, we may not be able to leave our planet, right? But we got the technology, bro, to make drones. Bro, I was on the phone with Elon the other day, bro. I told him, I said, Elon, you need to make us some drones that can zip across this fucking galaxy at the speed of fucking light. I'm talking like bam there type shit. And you know what he said? He said, I'm already on it, bro. He's all, I've got biological entities that I've created that I can put inside of these ships that can pilot them and exist in space, in these ships at those speeds. And I'm like, really? He's like, yes. So now we got spaceships that zip across this, all across the galaxy, right? Piloted by these biological entities that we call aliens, right? So we're going to other planets, right? We can't find no other people, right? So we're like, fuck it. People with souls, right? We don't necessarily like being around other people with like that, or because people that have a spirit and a soul have the ability to run some shit, basically. Because we're like, they're hollow, we're not. So we are a little more aware. So we want to be around people that are less aware than we are, so that way we can have more control. That's just human nature. So we basically started just terraforming entire planets in space. Send our fucking little spaceship over there, terraform the fucking shit out of it with our technology, and then shoot a load of our genetic semen into that fucking rock and populate that bitch with our genetic material. Next thing you know, it goes from Earth to Earth 2, Earth 3, Earth 4, Earth 5. Technology advances. But see, we sit back and we watch. What's the best way to find out some shit? Watching. Don't ask no motherfucking questions. Sit back and watch. You'll find some shit out. You'll find a lot more out if you sit back and watch than if you ask a whole bunch of questions. That's a fact. People know that. So we don't tell these other rocks that we're fucking, aware and that they're not alone. We just sit back and watch while they develop and progress. And we're like, oh, and once they reach a certain point, I mean, you can't hide it. Once civilization reaches a certain point, you can't hide it. I mean, if I figured out how to go to the moon or leave my rock, in a drone, I mean, other people are going to figure it out too eventually. You know what I'm saying? So when technology, the civilization reaches a certain point, I mean, you got two choices. Allow them to continue because they are aware and they are, beneficial to the growth of us as a species, as humanity, or you can let them apocalypse the shit out of themselves, help them if you need to, and because they have nothing beneficial to contribute to existence. I imagine if the whole world was run by a bunch of jihadists that were just angry and pissed off, people, or a whole bunch of Americans that just had big dick attitudes and just wanted to bomb. You don't want that shit fucking spreading across the galaxy, right? Because you're not trying to fuck up your little rocks. So you sit back and you let them apocalypse themselves. They all blow themselves up here by 2025, 2030. Bro, that's by 2000. Look, we have mapped it out. This has been done enough times to where we know the timeline of when shit's gonna happen. 2020, every fucking time, people are gonna fucking be extinct. Or they're gonna have that watershed moment where they fucking progress in advance. People have figured out, the overall goal here is we want to make new souls. We want to make new souls. I don't know why, we do. We have figured out how to take our soul and put it inside of a machine. We've done that. The first step was, look, immortality. That was easy. AI told us how to manipulate the genetic human, the genetic DNA. You fucking do this, you do this, you do this, and the next thing you know, a couple of stem cell shots, and bam, you live an extra 900,000 years. Simple. They give us shots when we're born that stop our growth at like a certain point, and the body is like a regenerative organ, bro. Like if you cut yourself, it heals. The whole body's like that, bro. It's meant to regenerate and heal itself. But see, here's the thing: the mind wears the body down more than what's around it. If you don't believe or think in something, you have the ability to manipulate and control reality. Your mind controls your body. The body does not control your mind. Your mind controls your body. So your mind is what causes your body to age. Once you fix the aging thing, though, people can live out thousands of years. It doesn't matter what your mind thinks because you altered the genetic code. So then after that, we started putting human souls inside of robots. Yeah, it took a while, but we managed to do it. We can pull a human soul right out of you, poof, slap it into an artificially intelligent, I'm talking like Data off Star Trek, slam your soul right into that bitch. Because it's just an energy source. If you figure out how to take the energy source and transport it over to this, I mean, it's not. That was easy. We have not managed to figure out how to make new energy sources, though. I think God, Jehovah, is the only one that knows how to do that. But he's been gone for a long time. He realized, God was here for the Israelites of the Western civilization. He didn't come for the Gentiles. He didn't come for me or you. He came for his people, which were the Israelites at that time. He walked them around in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and he had them go through some trials and tribulations and some shit. Just so that way he knew they were in a good headspace where he could trust them enough to take them off this fucking rock and go wherever the fuck he went with them. Believe me, they're still there wherever he's at. When we're mortal. Like soul, or spirit and soul is. So he's over there, right? People are left here on this planet with no God, no one to believe in other than, what we were told from the past or what we believe, is out there. Empty world. And, we corrupted it. We used religion and belief to manipulate things. And God was like, damn, man, I feel bad. He's still watching. He's still a dad, Even when your dad's not around, your dad's around. There's motherfuckers up there watching. He's like, man, look, I feel bad. I made these motherfuckers. I did not give them an instruction manual. I just kind of threw them into this whole world. It was a bad idea. I fucked up. But not my problem now. I left with my people. I don't care. So he sent us Jesus. He was like, man, look. Y'all motherfuckers are going to live forever. So, the least I can do is give you a reset and retry button. He sent us Jesus. And he's like prime fucking example. Jesus, look, if you can live your life like that, man, look, you're a good person. You're fucking, on the right track type shit. And not very many people can do that, though. Jesus was a bad motherfucker, bro. He's fucking cold-blooded. But he's a good example, dude. Now, that's all. That's it. He gave us Jesus as a reset and a retry, and then he left. He's been gone. If God was in the world today, there would be miracles all over the place. That's how dads are. That's how moms are. That's how parents are. If that's your kid, you want the best for them. If they want a fucking new car and you can make it happen, you can make it happen. Right? It's simple for you. Snap your fingers and bam, done. God has that ability, right? So if he was in our existence, don't you think miracles would happen? Yeah. But he's not. He's been gone. We got Jesus. I love the shit out of Jesus. I got daddy issues with God. I'm like, you motherfucker, you went to go get cigarettes and you still haven't come back? You son of a bitch. He'll be back. He'll be back. Know that. For better or for worse, he'll be back. But Jesus is definitely there right now waiting for you personally because he's your big brother, bro. He's on the other side of the rainbow with the pot of gold going, look, if you make it this far, you did the best you could and you believed in me, and that's fucking good enough. Because that's all you got to do to be saved. You don't got to follow the Bible. You don't got to do none of that. All you got to do is believe that Jesus Christ was a real fucking person and that he is the risen Lord and Savior. And that's it. That's literally it. I can believe that, murder you, and if I can get a reset, retry. God knew that was the loophole. He knew. Look, people believe in something greater than themselves. We have to. It's human nature. We need something bigger and better than we are to believe in. or else we just can't seem to exist. So he knew that. He was like, all right, here, I'll give him Jesus. No matter what, even the most fucked up of these motherfuckers will believe in this motherfucker here because, I mean, he's a physical, real person. He's not a god. He's not anything special. He's like, put Jesus in. He could have put Jesus in anything. He put him inside a person like us. And he said, here. So that way we saw the tangible, physical fucking evidence. If people are dumb, we need shit to believe in order to just fucking feel it. So he fucking gave us that, and we still managed to fuck it up. Because that's what people do. We're a virus, a sickness, a disease upon this whole fucking existence. And there's more than just this physical material plane. He gave us dominion over this physical material plane because everything here is made up of matter, and we have the ability to manipulate and control that matter. That's why he said if you believe, if even the faith of a mustard seed, you can make that mountain move. And it's true. If you really honestly believe that you can make that mountain move, I guarantee you can make that mountain move. And if you can't, you can figure out how to make a big ass bulldozer to make the mountain move. You feel me? So we have the ability and the power to control and manipulate everything. It's all made up of matter and atoms, like little particles. Dude, Isaac Newton, hundreds of years ago, knew how to manipulate, matter and shit like that. I mean, it's not that hard. So that there is the full behind the scenes knowledge on all that. I've gone too far, I told you too much, so we're just gonna go ahead and let it go right now. But go ahead and let that sit for a while and ruminate. How do I know this? Well,
It's even feeling like some Neo type shit. The Matrix. You truly doing some things that people ain't never seen before. Things that's gonna be hard to believe. And I feel like that's why the universe has been so hard on me.
I mean, I feel like I was hard on the universe. I don't really think it was hard on me, but
They've been so hard on you.
I mean, they took my name out of the book for
Because I
some reason.
believe you're somebody that you done been through a lot. Probably been experiencing trauma since a fucking child. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, but
Nowadays, I like to identify myself as the trauma, but yeah. We don't do the pity
it's
party
like
thing.
you got a healing aura, but at the same time, you'll express authority, dominance. It's
I mean,
like
right
you
is
got
right,
this
wrong is wrong.
masculine
Yeah.
feeling. Whichever aspect you gotta be. I don't know.
You're right.
But I do feel like you're a mind child. I feel like you smart as fuck. Like,
Depends on the day.
how smart people are. People feel like they got the upper hand on you. People feel like they can target you, but the whole time it's like judging a book by its cover tree.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the whole
Master.
point.
Puppet master.
Not all money's good money.
Things probably be happening in people's life, not knowing that coming up against you is like
Where you going, bud?
just stupid, dumb.
Yeah.
For lack of better words, not only do you have a lot of ancestral backing, because I feel like your ancestors they're like warriors, some big dogs, like on devil time. And
Yep.
they really be that way about you.
Yep.
And people find this shit out the hard way.
Yep.
It's like a serious anointing over your life. And I also feel like people see this. People notice this about you. And you might be somebody that deal with a lot of envy. People truly be jealous of you. Manifest malicious things into your life and can't even tell you why they don't like it.
Yeah.
There's just something about you. It's real special. Magnetic, I guess.
Because whenever people interact with other people, they can feel the energy in that person. Like they don't feel nothing when they're around me, they don't understand that, so they instantly don't like it.
You tell me.
It's because my name was ripped right out the book of life for whatever reason. I have a general idea of the reason why.
Because
I know
we
why.
also got genes, like in our DNA, that can't be explained. I don't know. I'm into conspiracy. Y'all already know that about me.
I, having a soul,
And if you
was
do,
still that one
nice
motherfucker
to meet you.
that when it was all said
Hit
and
that like
done,
button, come in, share,
the
subscribe.
very first existence I ever had, the very first fucking time my soul was in this world physical body, I never, ever, ever,
And if you
ever
want to follow
loved
me on
anyone
social media,
other
anything
than
like
myself.
that, anything you need to be in
Nobody
the
ever
description box,
loved me
just click right there.
because all I cared about was myself. So God literally ripped my name right out the book of life. And I missed the whole point.
Life give you limits.
The whole
You
point.
say fuck them limits. And life handing out a lot of limits right now.
And whenever I'm around people that have souls and that exist, like they feel that emptiness.
Protect your peace.
And they're like, well, that's different. They don't like it.
Stay focused.
So they told you. I get that. But guess what? I hold keys. I hold the last keys.
Whatever you decide. But I'm proud of you. I mean that shit.
Now, there's more than just one key. But the other two keys have already come and unlocked the door. My key,
You get wherever you're trying to go, you feed me
I don't even necessarily know if I want to use my key. Because what comes after me is way worse. I'm just the hunger. I just the desire to consume and want more and more and more, and I'm never satisfied. That's the inner human desire to have and possess and hold and control and take. What comes after me is the end. Like not even the other fucking other horsemen fuck with death. Like death literally has the ability to pull anybody's car. War is just like anger and rage and hate and fuels and fires him, and like pestilence and sickness and disease, and that's it. Just an infection. Death is literally the end. Maybe not for your soul, but definitely for your physical body. And that, me, who knows I am an eternal being and exist. Like you can kill my fucking physical body, I'll be back. My spirit and soul is probably in a better place on the other side anyway. I still don't want to lose my life. I like living in this world. I like having my life. I like my cats. Hey, don't fall out the fucking window, buddy. Hey. Calm down, dude. You're gonna fall out the fucking window. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Y'all be tripping. Alright, tripping kitties. But yeah. I feel like I've blown all y'all's mind enough. I don't know if you can handle any more of this. I'm gonna chill. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. Because Judgment Day is really here, and that's why they're all being exposed. Expose these nuts. But yeah, all y'all are fucking amazing. Listen, everybody, you're fucking amazing. You should know that. Kevin Hart, you're fucking amazing.
Who really knows you the best? I was talking to my friend about this today, and I was like, who really knows you the best? And she was like, oh, my partner and this and that. And I was like, well, that's really good for you. I don't have a partner. And even when I did, they didn't know me, like, at all. And honestly, like, I was answering that question.
Nobody should know you better than
She
you
asked
know
me
yourself.
back, and I was like, nobody knows me the best. I would say, like, I know me the best, and God and social media, and that's it. In fact, I was like, social media actually is like the place I can be myself, really, because there's just always happened. Social media was always mine.
Mm-hmm.
It was like my playground, and that's it. I love
can be whoever you want to
yapping,
be.
and I've been filming myself yapping in like old computers and stuff since I was like 11. like old cameras, old computers, like talking to
Like that with
nothing
music
and
and
no
audio.
one is my forte because I know I'm talking to an audience, so it's like easy. It's like easier for me. Like I'm really, really good with like crowds and stuff, but I'm not as good with like, it's kind of strange actually. Now that I think about it, I'm like, it's kind of strange. I'm kind of better with like being on camera and being in front of the crowd and like being in front of a lot of people rather than just like one person. And well, I don't know really. Is that true? I'm like analyzing myself. I have no idea. I think yeah, because with one person, I get bored. I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do? You know? And I have a content brain. Like I have content brain, and I'm like, okay, well, can we film something? Like, can we create
Can we
content?
record some of this and maybe edit it? Like,
Because if we just hang out,
this is nothing, but we can make it into
like
something.
very expensive. You know, like I don't know. At least now, I wasn't always this way, but I always did have content brain though.
Hell yeah.
That's for sure. I just wasn't always as stuck up about it. But yeah, no. Now I'm
I
like,
mean, not everybody
I have
has
to
it,
go
so.
film or I have to go work or do something. Like I don't know. It's difficult for me to just like spend leisure time without being productive in some way, especially that I run multiple brands and I'm always so busy. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I actually cannot relax. Like I don't watch movies. Like I don't hang out with people unless we're doing content in some way or working. I love to work.
Hell
It's
yeah.
my favorite thing in the world. When I'm not working, I feel bored. I'm bored,
I like to record stuff,
I'm
edit
bored. I'm
stuff,
not
change
working.
stuff, make you
and life is
better.
boring.
Hell yeah.
Because I love the like spin of it. I love like mixing things up. I love creation. I love creating content, and I love creating different kinds as well. So like I also really love to do readings, like tarot readings, because it's a new topic every time. Like there's no repeating tarot reading. Like you cannot do it twice. It's just so premium and lit. And I love
Yeah, it's cool.
I want you to destroy yourself. Know your brain sound. Right now. Very well. That which is eternal cannot die. But if it's any consolations, yikes. That hurt like hell. Now, make your wishes. I always tell my girls to know their
Nah. Where'd you go, Simo? What the fuck, bitch? Where did you go? Come back. She'll be back. Well, if I ever do die, I'm gonna make sure to come back bigger, fatter, and way bitchier. Know that. What? I do like the bitch. I do. Nothing makes me happier than the sound of my own voice digging into somebody's ass over some dumb shit. Let's go. Let's go. So, that being said, I would definitely consider myself like maybe not like a boss bitch, but definitely like a bitchy bitch or like, you know, yeah. I mean, definitely a double B. Definitely a double B, motherfucker. I may not be that big. I may not be that bad, but I'm definitely that bitchy. People can't script the background out of this. Put some music on this motherfucker. Where'd Sims go, bro? Where'd my homeboy go, man? Fucking, I got side swirled. That bad? Yeah. So we're writing some books, and we're writing some chapters. One of my miscellaneous books, right? About Scarecrow, and how Scarecrow came to be. But I did not read out loud to people, right? So I will have the program read for you, though. Bear with me here while I finish fucking writing this fucking thing real quick, and I'll fucking let you read it, or read it out loud, or have it read out loud. Yeah. And that, sir, is the way the cookie crumbles. This cookie's the fuck out of here. I gotta go, bitches.